These women, all of them who hate the patriarchy, all seem to have an account on a site called patreon.com. And yes, the patriarch, pater, Latin for father, is not a coincidence. This site is where this tiny handful of bitches go to beg for money from the patriarchy.
The dominant narrative in America is white people are evil, white people suck, we should be ashamed of ourselves. And
I don't think we should be ashamed of ourselves. I think that we should take responsibility for the system that we've created.
The best system in the world?
Oh, we do not have the best system in the world.
Who has a better system?
There are many European countries that are much better off than us.
Oh, you mean like the European countries with a higher density of whites, like Northern Europe?
That's one way to phrase it, I guess.
You don't mean Turkey.
No.
You don't mean Eastern Europe.
No.
With the communists. So the only time you can come up with a system that's better than America, it's a country that's more white than America. I don't understand.
I don't know what to say to that. So.
But isn't it fascinating how much we kowtow to this tiny minority of shrill banshees? And make no mistake, I'm not talking about a mob. They say it's mob rule. No, it's about 10 bitches. And you keep seeing them again and again rear their ugly heads. They're honestly like gremlins, but instead of being exposed to sunlight or water, they've been exposed to power. And they just, they're wrecking the blender and they're smashing windows. They don't want to restructure society. They want to wreck it. The greatest blow against social justice warriors in the past year has been fat guys living in their basement who pretend to be Batman. Those guys fractured the left into normal liberals who read the New York Times and often have a good point, and blue-haired nuts with lip piercings who have no idea what they're talking about and are only here to sabotage society. They came with an idea, let's have a pro-Gamergate panel, and to be pro-Gamergate is to say, leave video games alone, and an anti-Gamergate panel, which is to say, the feminists are right, the blue-haired nuts deserve attention.
But if you look at the data of Asians, for example, you will find way more Asian privilege than there is white privilege. Asians make way more money than whites. They're way more educated than whites. They are less likely to experience any kind of crime than whites are. They're less likely to die at work than whites are. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, they suffer from a different sort of racial stereotyping.
Well, they don't suffer. They're kicking our ass. Everything you can say about white privilege is more true with Asian privilege. No one grabs their purse when
pigeonholes them.
Pardon?
It still pigeonholes them.
Pigeonholes them as successful? I don't think anyone minds being pigeonholed like that. Hey, Mr. Successful, why don't you go drive a nice car? Everything that you can say that whites cheated to get is more prevalent in an Asian society. Okay, let's drop that. I guess it's not going anywhere. Your college life, okay, was a total waste of time. All your professors are stupid. All their books are written in gibberish. There's no such thing as intersectionality. That was all a waste of money. All that debt was a waste of time. In fact, what you learned in college was unfacts. So you actually came out dumber. When they talk, they go, didn't you know that race doesn't exist? It's in a stupid fucking book written by an asshole liberal who made up a bunch of shit and drew some graphs.
And the structure they have now is a massive panel of these whinging whiner bitches, one neutral chick, and then one pro-Gamergate, one leave us alone, one pro-liberty free speech chick. One!
Okay. If the burqa is just religious expression and it's perfectly fine, why is it black polyester in the Middle East? Why are you in a bin bag, as Billy Connolly puts it? Why isn't it flowing white gauze or a fresh cotton? It's clearly meant to punish the woman and make her suffer. Black polyester in the Middle East ain't comfy. And it impairs your vision. It's a form of oppression, but feminists in the West seem more concerned about high heel shoes.
Pop, lock and frog it, bitches.